Hey everyone, it's Rachel. There's only a few hours left before my album comes out, and I can't wait to share all the things about the making of this album to you. Let's get started. So, to tell you all the secrets, I'm gonna need this. This is the track listing of the album, and the best thing about this album is all these songs are Taylor Swift songs, and everything about this song is very special, and all the single songs are like said to be fan favorites, and every single song has a story behind it, and I can't wait to share it to you. So I'm gonna spill the beans, and I'm gonna tell three facts about each song. Number one, why I chose the song. Number two, the reason for that placement. Number three is just a random fact. So let's get started. Track one, long story short. This is from the Evermore album, which was surprise released. It's Taylor's ninth studio album, and this song is kind of a upbeat song, and the lyrics has such dark meaning. And why I chose this song was I really wanted to sing something like a folk song, and this one really fit in. And I liked all the other songs from Evermore, but this one was really nice. And I wanted to take closure, but this song and closure was a bit similar to this song. The reason it is positioned there is that this whole album is a story, and we're gonna do it shorten it, and it's a long story. It has a long story, and we're gonna just shorten it. So that's what we're pushing it as the opening track. Long story short, and this is the album. So a random fact is that this was the last song to be recorded, and I was supposed to be putting another song instead of this, but I found this more pleasing. So there you go, three facts. Okay, track two, Cool Summer. This track is a fan favorite, and all of the people love this song, especially because of its high pitched chorus, and it's such a dance song, and the lovely lyrics too. And this was a very challenging song to record because the low notes are so it goes so low. But I really did some tweaks to the song. I used my vocal range to sing this song, and it turned out pretty good. Why was it positioned there? Same reason. This summer was a really cool summer for most of us, and last summer too was a really cool summer. We lost so many people's lives, and that's why I wanted to be a reminder that even though this summer is cool, but we have music to look up to, so that's why it was placed. Random fact, I recorded this for almost 15 times, and the 15th time turned out pretty well, so I put that. This was the hardest song to record because of the high-pitched chorus as well as the low notes, and it will always be a fan favorite. Next track, False God. False God is also from the Lover album. It's from Taylor's seventh album. It's such a lovely song, and it has the saxophone on it, and I really like the sound of that. And to sing this song, I did not listen to the original recording of the song, but I did go and see Taylor's performance video, and I listened to the song and I recorded it. This was probably the first song to be ever recorded for this album. I think yes, it's the first song to be recorded. Position, I don't really know. I thought of putting all the Taylor's Lover album songs, so Cool Summer is from the Lover album, False God is from the Lover album. That's such a random thing to do. So the random fact is that this song mentions so many places. I like places very much. and it says New York City, West Village. Thank you very much. Track 4, Illicit Affairs. This is from Taylor's 8th studio album, and this is supposed to be about, like, it's related to August, Betty, and Cardigan. So Cardigan is also on this album. It's a collaboration with my brother. So Illicit Affairs was supposedly not meant to be on the album because of its low range, and I wanted it to be more of a pop record, so I did not want to include this song on the album. So its position is also something like that. So it was placed in this position because I was writing down all of the songs which I put out, and this is the position it was in the list, so I just placed it right there. Next song, Call What You Want. Call It What You Want is placed as track 5. Track 5 in Taylor Swift's language is more of the most vulnerable track, and Call What You Want was not on the track 5 originally on the Reputation album, but in my album I wanted to put it on track 5. So this also has a low range, but I managed to record it. So random fact about the song was, while recording I was really struggling to reach the low notes, but eventually I reached it. So I really did not want to include most of Taylor's old works because she didn't own those, but Reputation is such a pop record and I wanted to include songs from Reputation. I made up my mind and I added these songs here. Next, Gorgeous, track 6. It's also from the Reputation album. This track will inspire me to bring it into the album. This track was also the second track included, I guess. It was after False God, I think so. It was recorded after False God, and it really sums up this whole album as a pop record, and that's why I chose it. I wanted more pop songs than folk songs and country songs. I was not making a country record, I was making a pop record, so this fits in totally the pop aesthetic. London Boy. London is one of my favorite places to go, and I've been dreaming about it my entire life. And why I chose this song was, this is also more of a pop song. It's from Taylor's Lover album, and the song has so many nods to London locations like Camden Market, Bond Street, and Stella McCartney, and all these things there. And then this high tea and all those things. So London. So I like London, so I chose this song, and it was also in the same level as, like, how I chose Gorgeous, False God, and London Boy in the same time, like when I wanted to make an album, and I wanted to put these 3 songs into it, and these were like a positive thing for the album. So I think that's it. It was placed here. I don't know why. I wanted to place it underneath the Reputation of Gorgeous. So there you go. Next one is Cardigan. Cardigan is a collaboration with my brother who's autistic. My brother really loved this song very much. Whenever I used to play him during, we used to listen to songs when he go to sleep, so I used to play him Cardigan, he used to sing along. Why don't we record it as a song? Today, Cardigan is one of the songs with the highest views on my account because my brother has lots of people, lots of friends, and it's not like my brother is singing on it, so we need to go and listen to it. But they all listen, and it's become the highest viewed, most viewed song. And after this, the positions are all random. Yes. Uh, Only the Young was the first song I put out on YouTube. The first song I put out in April during the elections, and this song really was meant to be on the Lover album, Taylor's Lover album, but it was cropped up due to its views on politics. So this one was a song which Taylor Swift got political, and I really like this song. It's like a set in Miss Americana and Heartbreak Princess set in the high school thing, and this song really was a follow up to that song. But I wanted to place it above the Miss Americana and Heartbreak Princess. This song was also made into a This song was made into a remix. It's called the Swinging Band Remix, and I don't even know how that turned out. I don't want to talk about the remix because it was all computer generated, and I didn't really like the remix, but I wanted to put out something for people to enjoy. That's also a bonus track. I am so sorry for putting out a bonus track. I got all the fun out of a bonus track. Next one, Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince. This was the first song I listened on. Like this was the song which I listened and I became a total Swiftie. That's a big moment here, and I didn't want to leave it out. And I recorded this song. This song is also has a very low range, and I practiced so many times and I put it out. The first time when I wanted to put out a song, I thought this song was the one I wanted to put out, and I wanted to put out in April. So everything was going good with this song. I love this song very much. It was set in a high school thing, and the prom queens, homecoming queens, and then so many things I forgot about this song. And then let's go to the next song, All Too Well. So All Too Well is on the same level as Cool Summer. So instead, All Too Well is set in the autumn. And then this song has been one of the most favorite songs of fans. And then, as I said, I was making a pop record, not a country record. And All Too Well really exceeded the limit, and I wanted to put it out. I wanted to put this song out because this song has lots and lots of emotional value. Some people, listening to this song, they start crying. See, that's the power of this song. And this song is such a masterpiece. Like, I did not tear it down, so I added this in the album. So it's a bonus track and it's a bonus. So I wanted to end the album with this note that everything is well, all is well, so all too well. So that's how I made this album. And this album was something I made with like a do-it-yourself method. I, my mom shot the pictures, and I used to record songs on my own. I used to use the computer to record, and I used to edit all those things. And then my mom shot the pictures, and the cover was made by this like a craft work. And it was like I sat down on the computer and I just edited. I saw the flowers were like very good, and this album I wanted to feel like a vintage aesthetic. I'm in love with the vintage aesthetic, and so I wanted to put it out on the cover and everything. Inside, if you see, it's a pop record, but outside it looks like a very folklore kind of thing. Anyways, so this album is called Hoax because I was going over titles like these were the options called Hoax, Happiness, and Dorothea. Dorothea is such a wonderful song, but I wasn't able to record it, so I did not stick to it. I just scrapped the title of Happiness and Hoax. Definitely, I want to go with Hoax. It kind of resonates with what we're going with. Everything we look around, it's some sort of hoax. Everything, the truth is blinded, and no one can see the truth very clearly. Everything is a hoax. That's why I wanted to name this album Hoax and not put the song Hoax in it. So that's it. There you go. You thought I would put Hoax, the song, in the album, but I didn't do it. So there you go. This nice example of what is happening around our lives. People show different faces to you, and they'll were different mosques kind of thing. I learned this new poem in school. Like everyone wear masks and they wear the masks and those are the emotions. So everything around you is a hoax and people are not really being honest with you and they expect you to be honest with you and that's very bad. So the most important thing about this album was supposed to celebrate music and why I chose to put it out tonight is that it's the first year death anniversary of my uncle. My uncle has been with me every step of my life. I think I can go to his house, we can sit and talk to him. Like it's been like from the day I was born, I knew my uncle, and then when he passed away, I was like feeling some sort of emotional breakdown in my mind, and some part of me was thinking that he was still alive and he's just not here, he's somewhere far away. Some part of me was not accepting to this kind of lifestyle. So last year December I wrote a song about him, but due to some issues it was not completed yet. And my plan was after completing the song I'm gonna put it out on my uncle's death anniversary. I made a promise to myself, I even wrote it in my journal and signed it with a date, but I couldn't keep up the promise. So I wanted to do something for my uncle's anniversary. So I was planning to release a compilation album like, for a very long time. So I thought, why don't I put this album out on my uncle's death anniversary and make it memorable, something I could do. And there are lots of things I could do, but for this time, something this thing is that I could do and mm, give it to my uncle. It's like a present to my uncle. So hopefully, I think I'll finish that song sooner or later, and I'm gonna put it out later. And after I finish it, surely I'm gonna put it out. Until then, please listen to this album. Send me your comments, and I would love to hear from every single one of you. And I want to thank my parents who's been behind me all these days pushing me, go, you can sing. And then my brother who collaborated with me on this song called Cardigan. And my brother used to lend background vocals to most of the songs, but it's just uncredited. So I want to thank my music teacher who makes me learn all the techniques and has brought me to this level. I want to thank my choir master in church who's been the biggest influence on me and the biggest reason why I'm sitting here and talking about the album I'm putting out is God. I want to thank God for everything, for giving me this talent, and I want to thank my sister, my aunt, and my friends, my brother's friends, and every single people who listen to me. And I want to thank the fans, especially you all guys are amazing. And thank you for listening to every single song I put out too. I'm so grateful that I could entertain you in some way or the other. And I hope this album brings out the best in you. And I hope you guys listen to it when you're lonely. And that's how when you know an album, your album's a hit when someone listens to it when they're lonely. Thank you so much, and thanks so much for watching, and please listen to the album. Stay tuned. So many things are coming your way. Thank you. Bye.